Hey guys, welcome to Coding After 30. In this video, I want to talk about not having motivation and failure. I actually did not want to make this video because obviously I want to put my best foot forward on this channel where I give you tips on what it took for me to start a new career in web development later in life. But the truth is, it's never easy and it's never a smooth ride. And so the reason why I didn't make any videos for the past week or so or more is honestly, I had zero motivation. So I literally felt like there's no point of doing anything. And the reason I share this with you is not to discourage you, but to let you guys know that I'm not some guru. I'm not some guide here that is gonna magically fix all your problems. I'm just sharing my story with you. And the fact of the matter is, the struggle is real. You will always go through up and downs in your life, and you're always gonna go through moments where you're motivated and where you're not motivated. And sometimes you're gonna feel so down that you're just gonna stop doing everything. You're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna sit home, eat cookies, ice cream, whatever it is, watch Netflix for like 10 hours a day, and just mope in the sadness. And some people say maybe you're depressed, maybe, and whatever the reason is, depression is a real thing. And if you do feel like you're depressed, I'm not a doctor, right? I'm not telling you that there's a magic cure to depression. You actually have to see someone for help. But if you're feeling down and it's just not knowing what to do or feeling stuck, just because maybe you're older and you're trying to do something new and you just feel like I'm too old, what's the point? Or maybe you're younger and you just feel lost and you don't know what to study, or you're just overwhelmed. And the truth is that it is normal. It's gonna happen. You know, our minds sometimes is like the weather, and sometimes we feel good and sometimes we don't feel good. And what I'm gonna tell you is, whenever you feel like that, and as hard as it is to move forward, just understand that you're a human being and it's normal. It is normal to feel that way. It's normal to feel down sometimes, especially when things are not going your way. And there is no magic bullet of how to change that and how to get out of that. For me, just having something else to do, even though it was hard to start, and for everyone this is different. But for me, it's just going outside and going for a walk. That's kind of what helped me to kind of start getting back into it. Also doing some lawn work. I ended up mowing a lawn and doing all this stuff. And I think kind of doing something different enough that kind of takes your mind out of the state that you're in and puts you in a different state and gives you perspective is super important. So one thing that I would recommend, if you're ever feeling down, if you're feeling like things are not going your way, don't sit home, get out of the house, go for a walk. I know with the whole thing going on, wear your mask, but go outside, go into nature, go for a walk, clear your mind. Even if you don't want to do it, just go outside, just go for a walk. Your mind's gonna argue with you. It's gonna tell you, no, just go home, get under your blanket, watch that next show, eat some more cookies. But what I'm telling you guys, get out there and change your state of mind. And the best way to do it is through some sort of form of exercise. Go for a walk, go for a jog, whatever feels natural or good for you guys. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I would be lying to you if I said to you that doing something new like this, changing a career, is not easy. I'm not the answer that you're looking for, in a sense that if you're just watching my videos because you're like, oh my God, this guy's gonna tell me some sort of secret that is easy, that I'll be able to implement in my life and succeed. I'm not that guy. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you it's hard work. I'm gonna tell you that you have to hustle. I'm gonna tell you you're gonna have to study a lot. And I'm gonna tell you sometimes you're gonna feel down and sometimes you're gonna be motivated. And the point is, the more stress you have in your life, the more like stuff that's out of your control that you let yourself get involved with, the harder it is going to be to stay motivated. So for me, sometimes when I feel down, first thing I do is I understand that I'm a human being and I try not to get upset at myself. Prior to this, I used to get really angry at myself and I used to be like, you're just too dumb, or you're too stupid, or this is always happening to you. And I would feel terrible about myself. I would punish myself. And I would keep telling myself there's nothing you could do. I would just punish myself. And I would say, like, if you don't do this today, you'll never be able to do it. But the point is, it's not true. It is like the weather. It's gonna come and go. And the best thing you could do is just acknowledge you're a human being, acknowledge that you're gonna make mistakes, and just forgive yourself and say, today, this is what happened. And this minute, this instant, I could start doing something differently. And don't do too much. Don't say like, okay, I'm feeling down, so now I'm just gonna sit down and cook. Just go for a walk, do something easy, something simple that just takes your mind from a state of being where you're feeling sad, feeling down, and try to change that. So if you're in the house watching TV because you're upset and eating ice cream, get up and go outside. The goal here is just to try to change your state and do it slowly over time. Don't just get like gung-ho and go 0 to 100 because you're gonna crash. The most important thing, just little by little, start doing little things to change. So I'm gonna tell you, in the past 5 days, I would get up. Normally I make my bed. I didn't make my bed for those 5 days. Normally I would study coding after work for a couple hours. I didn't do that. I just sit down and watch TV. Normally I go outside and jog 3 times a week. I didn't do none of that. So the way I started kind of getting myself back into it little by little is when I would get up the next day and I would feel the same way, feel really down, I would just do the same thing, not make my bed, not do my studying, but then I'll just go outside and just go for a walk, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is. And day by day, it started getting a little bit easier. Then on the third day, I just started to make my bed. I started to get back into my routine. And it's still not 100% where I am right now, but I could see that I'm starting to change my mental state to get to a point where I'm finding that motivation. And after doing yard work today, something that was so different completely took me out of my sad state, and because it was just so different, and kind of realized that one of the reasons I was feeling down is because I kind of lost my purpose, I lost my goal, I lost my heading. And so actually getting out of my mind and doing something like yard work was a big help for me. Now, if you do yard work and you get stressed out, do something else. But the point is, don't do that thing that puts you in the state where you're feeling sad and depressed. So if you're feeling sad and depressed because you're watching Netflix and eating ice cream, change that and do something completely different, whatever it is. Again, I'm not a doctor, so if you have like serious issues, you definitely have to see somebody. But if you're just feeling down or feeling what's the point, just try to change your state. Go for a walk, jump into a cold shower and see how that affects you. Everybody goes through this. Totally unscripted video, that's why I'm just mumbling alone, but I think it's important to share this with you to let you know that even I still struggle, and I know that in the future I'm going to struggle some more. But as soon as you just understand that it's normal, you forgive yourself, you don't put too much pressure on yourself, you don't negative self-talk to yourself, and little by little, just start getting back into your routine, get back on track. That's the best thing I could offer because that's something that has worked for me. And part of this YouTube channel is to be really open about not just like how I switched to web development. I'm still a student, I'm still learning new things, but it's also about to give you honest kind of perspective where I'm coming from, and to say that it is normal to have setbacks and we're in this together. And I just want to give you the motivation to keep going. And if you're feeling down and you see this video and it helps you to kind of get out of it and be a little bit more productive tomorrow or start today, then that's amazing. So just remember, it is normal, happens to everyone. You know, share in the comments, let me know like moments of, you know, when you fell down and what you did to kind of get ahead. But I just want to tell you, don't give up, keep on your goal, keep moving. I'm putting out this video as part of my routine of kind of getting back out of my own head and out of my own way and getting back into my routine. And so I thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your all support, and I'm going to be back to my normal videos. If you have any ideas of the stuff you want to see, let me know in the comments. Also, I've been doing some free coaching on the side. I have room for one more person left. If you're interested, let me know. What can you expect in the coaching? Basically, it's just to see where you're at and help you to align your goals with the actions that you need to take to be able to get that first job. And a lot of it is not about learning programming as much as sometimes people think that's the only answer. A lot of people that learn programming are self-taught programmers. And to be honest with you, you need to kind of embrace that, and you have to be the one who proactively learning to learn. If you have questions or you're stuck, of course I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to show you resources, but the goal is for you to be able to figure out the answer on your own. Of course, if you don't know something, then it's hard to find the answer, and that's where I would help you. But the idea is to follow that idea that, hey, it is up to me to make the change in my life. It's up to me to learn these things on my own. And my goal here is to give you the support and guide you, make sure that you're on the right track in the most streamlined way possible without holding your hand. And it's not for everybody. And by the way, the reason this is free is because I am learning how to coach. I want to get some practice giving out advice. And so this is not something I normally do, but something I want to get better. So just understand that it's a two-way relationship. I try to give you as much value and advice as I can to help you get to the job that you want. And at the same time, you're helping me to get better at doing what I do. And so again, I mumbled on forever, but I just wanted to make this video for you guys to just tell you reality is reality. I don't want to just put my best foot forward, always have scripted videos, or because the point is life happens, stuff happens, and we just have to learn to work through those things and understand that we're not special in the sense that why is this happening to me? Because bad things happen to everybody. And the point is just to understand that just like everybody, we just have to understand what is happening, understand things that are in our control or out of our control, and only deal with things that we are in control. And little by little, start to change our state to be able to get back on track. So anyway, if you hate this video, of course, dislike. If you like this video, like. If you have any comments, let me know below. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.